Let's talk about princess treatment if you're at a restaurant and how you interact with the waitstaff and the hostess. If I am at a restaurant with my husband, I do not talk to the hostess, I do not open any doors, and I do not order my own food. Again, you don't need to over-speak, over-exert yourself. You can be feminine and soft and quiet. The most elegant, lovely women are often soft-spoken and don't overspeak. They're not loud. Maybe let's also talk about that.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about the princess treatment discourse that's been taking place on TikTok. In case you are not chronically online like I am and you're unfamiliar with the princess treatment discourse, it's okay, I got you. So the princess treatment discourse was started by a TikToker by the name of Courtney Joelle. Courtney's whole thing on TikTok is helping women how to be more feminine and how to receive the princess treatment from their partner. Now, this obviously has caused a bit of a stir online where some people agree with Courtney and, they follow her, they really love her advice. While others are like, who are you? What are you saying? What are you talking about? Why are you spewing this on the internet? I'm gonna show you some of the things that Courtney has said. Now, this is not in any way, shape, or form to make fun of Courtney or to bash her. Listen, she's a grown woman in a grown-up relationship. If she wants to behave this way and she wants her husband to treat her this way and it is with consent, who am I to tell her that that's wrong? That's not my business. I do not care, but it is pretty funny and I just want to get into it because I think Courtney is a comedian. She has to be a comedian because what's going on? I am going to laugh throughout this video, but just know I'm not laughing at Courtney. I'm laughing at the situation. I am someone who can find the humor in weird things. That's how I prevent myself from getting upset or from getting too invested. I just laugh at it because this is comedy to me. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's get into what Courtney has to say about princess treatment and how to be treated like a princess, okay? Because I want to know. I'm here to learn. Now, I want to start from the beginning because Courtney has been giving advice for a very long time now. I looked at her account and her account dates back to 2020, but she started giving advice, kind of talking to her audience in February of this year. So she is not new to this. She is true to this. Her audience knows her for giving advice about, princess treatment, about how women should be more feminine and how to be a housewife, how to be a stay-at-home mom. So this is not anything new for her audience. She just recently blew up because she started talking about princess treatment and people were like, what's going on here? What's going on this page? And people wanted to know more. So that's how she blew up, but she's been doing this for a while now. So I just want to put that out there. This is not anything new. When researching Courtney, this was one of the first videos I found, but I'm sure she has a lot of videos on princess treatment, but this is just the one I want to start with first so that we can build on it because yeah, she definitely builds upon her ideas.
I saw this comment yesterday and I almost couldn't believe it. He's not allowed to nitpick you on anything that you do. How you do it, what you wear, where you go, anything. There are no comments, no nitpicking. If that's happening to you, my husband has never nitpicked me. I wouldn't even know how to respond if he did. I feel like I need to hear more. Because is this happening to anybody else? And then we need to discuss and I need to think about how I would respond. That shouldn't be happening. There's nothing to nitpick you about. You're a perfect princess.
Okay, I wanted to start with that video because I feel like that's pretty good. She's right. Your husband should not be nitpicking you. I'm sorry, you should not be in a relationship where someone is constantly calling out your flaws and making you feel uncomfortable and just pointing things out to you that you don't like. So I definitely agree with her. Why are you with someone who nitpicks you? What's the problem? What's the problem here? And she goes on to say that she can't really advise this person because she's not sure to what extent her partner is nitpicking her because she personally has never experienced that in her relationship. You should not be nitpicking your partner and calling out their flaws every single day or like every chance you get. It's weird, it's uncomfortable, and I don't think it's appropriate in a relationship. I agree with Courtney on this. I would say that this is probably the one thing that I would say most people agree with her on. People are like, absolutely. Some women are even talking about how they were in previous relationship where men were nitpicking them and how they felt uncomfortable and how they felt like they weren't being loved and just all of that. So once again, she's all about bringing women together and just like telling them their worth and how they shouldn't be settling for less, especially when it comes to, you know, what they want. So I would say that this is pretty mediocre. This is good. I agree with her, and most people do agree with her. So yes, this is Courtney. This is your introduction to Courtney and her thoughts and opinions, but it's definitely going to get a lot more controversial as we continue.
Your husband for the first time, your boyfriend, whatever. There's a general respect for each other where you're not speaking ill. He's not speaking ill about you, in front of other people, or behind your back. He loves and respects you, like adores you, wants to do well, wants to make you happy. Like you are his ride or die. I feel like sometimes people comment or whatever, and other girls will be like, that's not your guy, that's not your guy. Because your guy, your man, wouldn't talk to you like that, wouldn't treat you like that.
In this part, she's making sense. Once again, you should be with someone who cherishes you, who talks kindly to you, who respects you. I think that's totally valid, and that's great advice to give to women, especially now where, I don't know, I feel like the hate for women has increased tenfold, where there's so much criticism, there's so much backlash, people have so much to say about women and how we should live and blah 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 blah. It's like, enough is enough. Find someone who respects you, who loves you, and who cherishes you for who you are in all variation of you, regardless of your flaws and all that.
Point is, you already have that genuine respect and love and adoration for each other. That's like out the gate. Then once that is there, you can level up the princess treatment because he wants to. Men want to adore you and love you and spoil you. But when you're in your masculine energy, you don't give him any room to do that. You don't give him any room to chase you, any room to spoil you and adore you. Does that make sense? So
basically, the more feminine you are and the more power you give your husband, the better your princess treatment is. Now, Courtney is not the first person to come on the internet and try to give advice on how women should be more feminine and how they can be treated in their relationship. She is not the first, and she's not going to be the last. The reason why I said she's not the first and she won't be the last is because if you've been on any part of the internet in the last 4 to 5 years, then you probably heard about the whole feminine debate and how men want women to be more feminine and they want them to be more soft. Then on the other side, you also have women saying how they want to be more feminine, how they want to talk more feminine, dress more feminine, act more feminine to attract the man of their dream, or if they're already in a relationship, how to get their current partner to treat them better. So you can see how this can be a very controversial topic and how it can rub people the wrong way. I'm explaining all of this to you just to let you know that what Courtney is saying isn't anything new. She is just the loudest person saying it at the moment, hence why she's getting all the backlash. Now, should she be saying it? Probably not, but she is sharing her experience with her audience, and if you are not her target audience, then you don't have to listen to her and you don't have to take her advice. It's that simple. I'm not defending her and I'm also not against her. I'm just being realistic about the situation. Personally, I don't think you should take advice from strangers on the internet when it comes to your relationship. Just because this dynamic is working for her, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And this is why I say I don't take the internet too seriously, specifically TikTok. You can't take TikTok too seriously, y'all. People come on here every single day giving their thoughts and opinions, and if you think too much on what they have to say, it will only rile you up and get you upset. So don't. Also, disclaimer, Courtney's videos are very long. There's no way that I could play every second of it. Some of her videos range anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes long. So if you really want her full thoughts and opinions, I would highly recommend that you go to her page and watch her videos in its entirety so you can really understand what she's trying to say, because she does give a lot of disclaimers. The people who follow her love her videos. Women comment and ask her questions like they want her advice. I want you to also understand, they want her to give them an answer. So that's what she's doing.
He is paying for all my and this can be hard and this can be confusing, especially if you're dating, but like obviously we have shared bank accounts, but now he pays. If I'm with him, he's paying. I'm not getting my card out. I'm not getting a wallet out. He's paying if he's in the room with me. He's opening all the car doors. I'm not opening a car door. I'm not opening a door in general. He talks to the hostess. He checks us in for the dinner. He is I'm just thinking of like the comments that people are gonna like say back to this. Like, you have to think his princess treatment is almost just like kind of silly sometimes. Like, you're just in your most feminine, like, I can't open the door. I can't talk to the hostess. I don't know how to do that. But don't take that so literally where I'm saying like you have to be dumb. I'm just saying that like you just let him have control. You let him take care of you. So
okay, so according to Courtney, princess treatment is allowing your husband to do any and everything for you. I agree with the paying part. I think it's socially expected that, your partner is going to pay everything for you, or at least most things. But where it becomes a little bit weird, she doesn't talk to anyone. She allows her husband to do everything for her. Why are we losing our autonomy to receive princess treatment? Do women sometimes feign ignorance to boost their husband's ego? Absolutely, that happens a lot. I mean, go on any couple's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you will see the skits that they play out. It happens a lot. This is nothing new. I think the problem here is that she takes it to a whole nother level, like I'm going to show you in this video, and then she equates that to being more feminine. That's where the problem lies, where she's trying to say that this is how you be more feminine. If you want princess treatment, you have to be more feminine. You have to feign ignorance. You have to be quote unquote dumb. And that's what really rubs people the wrong way, and why she sometimes receives criticism.
I don't really tie my shoes. He does that for me. Like, if there's any sort of like weather predicament, like it's raining, like he's gonna, cover me and make sure I get in the door first. He's gonna pull around so that I can hop into the building, and then he's gonna go park the car. Like, any kind of like minor inconvenience, he's gonna take care of. Like, he does certain chores around the house that I don't want to do. He does those for me.
You see, this is where I say like she makes sense. She makes sense because yes, your partner should be working with you. You guys should be in unison. You shouldn't be the only person cleaning your house. You shouldn't be the only person doing the chores. Yes, he should open the doors for you. Yes, he should pay dinner. Yes, he should buy you gifts and, surprise you and plan dinners and dates. All of that is good. And
then like the silly little things that are important to you. Maybe you don't care if he brings you lemon tea, or maybe you don't care if he orders your food at the restaurant. I do. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to be the princess when I'm with him and turn my brain off. Like in the airport, I turn my brain off. When we're traveling, I turn my brain off.
She is an adult. Her husband is an adult. They're both in a consensual relationship. So if she wants to turn her brain off while she's with her husband, she has every right to do that. I mean, she can do whatever she wants. If she considers this to be princess treatment and the ultimate treatment of all the treatments in the world, then totally go for it. But whenever you bring something on the internet, whenever you bring your thoughts and opinions online, people are going to share their thoughts and opinions on your thoughts and opinions, and then it gets blown out of proportion because her comments on this video is completely off. So I can't even read it to see if people agree with her or people disagreed or like what the discourse was. I'm going to assume that it got really bad to the point where she felt the need to turn it off, but that's social media. You have to be very careful when you bring these unique thoughts and perspective on here. People are gonna say what they have to say, and you might not agree or you might not like it, and that's just the sad truth about it. Like, do I think what she's saying is horrible? Like, oh my goodness, this lady needs help? No. I think most women will agree with her that basic treatment from your partner is great. I think the problem that people might have is the part where she starts talking about how to be more feminine and how to not be masculine in a relationship, especially when it comes to women. It's like, what is going on? Like, what are you talking about? Like, just stick with the respect and the love and the gifts and the this. Like, stick with that. The moment you start going to that territory, you start rubbing people the wrong way. Like, you start getting people upset, and people are going to form their thoughts and opinions about you just based off of that alone. So, but that's not it. Courtney has a lot more to say, so let's get into it.
I haven't talked about this yet, and I think it's a great question because it doesn't change if you're working. Like, he should still be treating you in full princess treatment mode even though you're working, but it is, right, like an unspoken part of this, right? Like if we're going to say like the ultimate masculine male is a full provider, he provides financially and provides the safety and all those masculine like typical things. And then if you're full feminine and you stay home and you cook and you clean and you do the family social calendar and all the kids events and all the things, like if you two, like those are the ultimate masculine and feminine, right? But then if you're working, that brings you just like slightly more masculine. And then that's going to bring him just a slightly tiny bit more feminine because he's not a full provider. So it kind of like offs the scale a little bit.
I feel like if Courtney said this 10, 15 years ago, people will completely eat this up. Like people will agree with her. I don't think anyone would disagree with what Courtney has to say, but it's 2025. It's unrealistic to have a viewpoint where women are not working at all. Because in her perfect world, in order for a woman to be fully feminine, they have to be a stay-at-home mom or a housewife. I don't think that that's personally correct. Some relationships cannot afford for one person to stay home and, not work. Some relationship requires both partners to have a job. Like we are in an economic crisis right now. I'm sorry, like that's not realistic for everyone. Like Courtney is just spewing traditionalist viewpoints but trying to mask it as princess treatment. She is a tradwife. Like however you see that, I know there's levels to tradwifeness. Some are very extreme where some are pretty mediocre in their belief system. I feel like Courtney is a glorified tradwife. Like she's a 2025 tradwife who is trying to rebrand being a tradwife into princess treatment. There's no way in 2025 where you believe that women who work are less feminine. I disagree, but that's her opinion. She can have an opinion if she likes. It's completely up to her. Also, why is it that women have to give up so much just because they want to start a family? Why is it that we have to sacrifice so much of who we are just because we desire something? That personally has never made sense to me, and I do not subscribe to it. Getting yourself through school, working up the career ladder, only for you to give all that up so your husband can view you as more feminine doesn't make any sense to me. That should be your call, not his. What I mean by that is if you get married and you have kids and you come to the realization that you want to spend more time with your kids and the only way to do that is to be a stay-at-home mom, that's okay. That should be your decision. He should not be looming over you and forcing you to be a stay-at-home mom. It should be your decision, your choice, because that's what you want and that's what you desire. I do have a question for all the housewives and stay-at-home moms. Do y'all feel more feminine because you're home more often with your kids and your family? I'm not a mom nor am I a housewife, so I can't really comment on this, but is this something that the majority of y'all believe? I know a lot of stay-at-home moms who don't think this way or believe this, but let me know your thoughts and opinions. And also, there is nothing wrong with leaning into your femininity. I don't think I need to clarify this, but in case I do, there are things that you can do to make yourself feel more feminine, whether that's getting your hair done, your nails done, going shopping, hanging out with friends, whatever the case may be. There is so much you can do to make yourself feel feminine. So to all the working girly pops out there and the stay-at-home ones as well, just remember you is kind, you is smart, and you is important, okay? Please tell me you know that reference.
You is kind, you is smart, you is important, you is smart, you is kind, you is important. That's so good.
She also clarifies that just because you're working, your princess treatment shouldn't be any less. Your husband should still treat you like a princess. The respect, the love, the care, the honor, everything should still be there. It shouldn't be less just because you're working. But there will be an off balance because you're working. I don't want to put words in her mouth. Let me know what you think, but that's what I'm getting from it. This is where people start to disagree with Courtney and how her opinions can be a bit controversial.
Just to kind of readdress it, the monthly mood board that I just shared is for you. I shared it on the internet, but it really isn't for anybody else. It's for you.
Mood boards are very crucial when it comes to Courtney and how you relay to your partner what you expect them to do for you. So we will look at her mood boards after this clip.
The mood board you send your husband is not going to be as cute. It's not going to be as aesthetic. It might even be quite ugly. It's for the male mind, okay? So the idea is that on your birthday, a holiday, let's say Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, your birthday, that's typically when I send one. If you want to do Easter, if you send it whenever you want. The idea is that your husband is already showing up for you. He's giving you the card, the flower, the gift, the dinner reservation, but it's just like maybe slightly off. It's not the flowers that you love. It's kind of a weird card. It's not the exact dinner reservation that you want. It's not exactly the gift that you want. So the mood board, sometimes even coupled with an email listing out exactly what I want with links, is just to guide him.
This sounds less like a relationship and more of an arrangement. What do you mean we're sending emails to what you want? We're making mood boards to show it to your husband to say, well, you know, those flowers you got me on Wednesday, the roses, no, I wanted peonies, okay? Peonies! Like, that's what it's giving. What, like, I don't...
So he's already showing up, right? He's getting you the things you want, but you're just feeling kind of like, it's just not quite right. So the mood board just kind of removes that. I know a lot of people will say, well, he should know you. He should know exactly what you want. Yada, 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 yada. Sure, yeah, but sometimes men don't get the aesthetic. They don't get the vision. You're just helping them. There's nothing wrong with teaching someone how to treat you. You're going to teach, I always say, you teach people how to treat you. If you allow that behavior, if you allow someone to treat you, they'll continue to do that.
Listen, she's not wrong. I mean, you should be communicating in your relationship. You should be communicating. If you want something and you're noticing that your partner is not getting you the exact thing you want, communicate. A lot of people don't communicate and they just expect their partner to read their mind, and then they get very upset when their partner is not able to read their mind or get them what they want. Communicate. Tell them, hey, I want a new iPhone. Hey, I want a Birkin bag. Hey, I want a Chanel bag. Hey, I want to go to the Four Seasons. Like, if they can afford it, obviously, but communicate. Hey, I would like you to write me letters more. Hey, I would like you to do the dishes. Hey, I would like you to get the kids ready for church every day. Communicate with your partner so they know what you want and what you desire. When you lack communication, I think that's where problems starts to happen. And that's what Courtney is trying to say. But she's phrasing it in a way that might be a little bit strange to some people and weird with the whole mood board and email situation. It's like, girl, communicate. What she is trying to say is to communicate with your partner. Let them know what you want. If you have to spell it out, spell it out. If you have to write it out, write it out. If you have to yell it from the rooftop, yell it from the rooftop. If you really want it, do it. There's no shame in that. That's what she's trying to say. That's what she's trying to convey. But once again, she's trying to make it all fluffy and all cutesy and pretty and like demure and all that stuff. And it's like, no, just communicate. Point blank, end of discussion.
The key is you're always going to start with a compliment. Be like, you spoil me so well. You make me feel so loved. You make me feel so seen. And then you kind of, or like, you've been working so hard. You're such a good provider, yada, yada, yada. Build up the ego. And then you're going to just kind of like gently be like, and I'm just going to make it a little bit easier for you. I know it's always a little stressful picking something out. These are kind of the things I've been looking at. These are the things I've been eyeing. These are the flowers I was thinking I wanted. You're not going to be negative about anything that's happened in the past.
Back to what I was saying about her trying to make it all cutesy, fluffy, and all that stuff. Just communicate. The whole compliment, yes, compliment your spouse. If you're going to ask someone to buy you expensive gifts and do, you know, all these grand gestures to you, obviously speak to them with kindness, be nice to them, treat them with respect, because you want that in return. So once, like I said, I understand where Courtney is coming from. I think it's just the fluff that gets her in trouble, as well as her wording on like how to be more feminine and do this to be more feminine, say this to be more feminine. And it's like, women are constantly being criticized by men every single day about this whole feminine thing. So it's like it also coming from other women can be very hard and also annoying as well. It's all about the wording. I think for her is the wording and how she's trying to rebrand her traditionalist viewpoints as princess treatment. So this is one of the mood boards she referenced a lot in her videos. If you go anywhere on her page and you scroll down, you will see that she has a lot of mood boards. She has a lot of inspiration. As you can see, it's very cute, it's very feminine, very floral, very simple, very basic. And once again, this is not the mood board you send to your spouse. This is the one you make for yourself as inspiration on how you would like to live and how you would like to present yourself in the world. The one you send to your husband is way more detailed. You add pictures and then you follow up with an email to make sure that he understands word for word, bar for bar, what you want.
Let's talk about princess treatment if you're at a restaurant and how you interact with the waitstaff and the hostess. If I am at a restaurant with my husband, I do not talk to the hostess, I do not open any doors, and I do not order my own food. So someone had sent me a message a couple weeks ago asking about, like, let's say your husband drops you off and he goes to park the car, what do you do? Or if it's raining or something like that and he wants you to put your name down. And I had a very similar situation happen.
She doesn't open her own doors, she doesn't talk to the waitstaff, and she don't order her own food. I get not opening your own doors, but not talking to the waitstaff is where I find that kind of strange. Like, what do you mean you're not going to talk to the people who are serving you? Even a hi, how are you? How's the weather? What's your day been like? Has the restaurant been busy? Like, small talk. She's like, no, I don't talk to you guys. I'm not talking to you.
He pulled the car up at the valet station. I stayed in the car. He got out of the car, told the valet, I'm just going to run in and ask a question. I'm going to leave my car here. I sat in the car while he ran in and asked them. They said, yeah, we have space for you. And then my husband said, okay, I'm going to go get my wife and then I'm going to park the car. So he comes back out, opens my car door, walks me into the restaurant, opens the door, and I stand and wait. I did not make eye contact with the hostess. I did not talk to her. I waited until my husband came back. He comes back, does the exchange with her, and then we went and sat down. Let's say it's raining.
She made no eye contact with the waitstaff. That's not normal. I'm sorry. I don't want to judge, but that's not normal. Once again, when you walk into anywhere, the first thing you do is to greet the people in the building. That is something you learn in preschool. That is something you learn in kindergarten. That is something you learn right out the womb. Like, what is going on? Like, okay. I get the whole clearing your mind when you're with your partner, you know, not wanting to use your brain and, you know, trying to be dumb and all that stuff. But not greeting people does not give princess to me. Not greeting people does not give respect to me. I'm sorry, where are your etiquettes? Where are your greeting etiquettes? Where are your outside etiquettes? Your dining etiquettes? Like, what's going on? Where are all those etiquettes? You're throwing it out the window for princess treatment? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
It's not in any sense like you're better than the hostess. You're just letting your husband lead and be masculine. He made the reservation. He's taking you out. Let him do the logistics. You're just being a princess. It's not because you're being hoity-toity. You're just letting your husband lead and letting him take care of it.
This whole thing of not talking to the waitstaff, not greeting people is all about being feminine, guys. She wants you to be more feminine. Do not go into a restaurant and order your own food. No, let your husband do that, because if you order your own food, then you're not feminine. Let your husband lead you. Let him care for you. Let him do, like...
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
The crazy thing is, I understand what she's trying to say. Maybe because I don't take this too seriously, she's basically trying to tell you to just, like, let your husband do it. Like, if he planned out this whole date, let him do it. Let him open the door for you. Let him order for you. Let him do everything for you to give him that sense of power. Once again, it's 2025. Having these opinions or sharing these opinions with people on the internet, it's not going to go off well. People are not going to like it. People are going to think that you lack autonomy and you lack agency.
But it's almost like they keep trying to, like, get me to speak. And I'm like, no, I want him to order for me. I like when he orders for me. It's not that I'm not capable of ordering for myself. It's just fun. It's just a fun princess treatment thing. It makes me feel special. It makes me just feel like over the top taken care of. So,
and I think that sums it all up. Like she said, she likes it. Who are we to tell this woman to not behave this way or to not allow her husband to do what she wants her husband to do for her? If she wants to sit there and never speak to anyone ever again in her life because she wants to speak through her husband, that's her business. If she loves it, that's all that matters, because once again, she's an adult. She's in an adult relationship. She's aware of this treatment. She wants this treatment. She likes this treatment. There's no argument. That's what she wants. There's no argument. So the back and forth, the whole discourse, like, if you don't want that for yourself, then don't want it for yourself. You know, don't put that in your relationship. But for her, she likes it. But once again, the problem still stands. The moment you bring those viewpoints onto the internet, you have to be aware that people are going to voice their opinions and they might not agree with you. They might see your viewpoint as horrible. And you also have to be okay with that as well. So yeah, that is Courtney. Those are her thoughts and opinions on princess treatment. Let me know what you think on the whole princess treatment discourse. Do you agree with Courtney? Are you okay with what she has to say? Is it not that bad? Are people blowing it out of proportion? Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.